We get updates for FFA's National Convention, attend the Corn Drive, and feature a spotlight business on this week's episode of Laker Nation. Hello, and welcome to Laker Nation. I'm your host, Lexi McAlpine. FFA attended the National Convention from October 27th to the 31st. Nate got the opportunity to talk to some of the members who attended.
What category of FFA did you participate in?
I competed in the Market Plan CDE consisting of Josie Bakerberg, myself, and Shelby Campbell. So Market Plan is we created a proposal through the summer months on a local business on how we're going to increase that value of that business.
I participated in the Floriculture CDE along with Lindsay Marketing, Max Kiddock, and Russell Byro. It's all about identifying flowers and learning different sorts of things about it.
I participated in the CDE Nursery Landscape.
I competed in Nursery Landscape. We took a series of events and we did a knowledge test as well as identify different plants or diseases or weeds.
How did your group do?
We did really good. We placed 8th in the nation. There are 44 teams.
I think we did really well, 6 out in the nation, so.
It's not too bad. How do you think everybody that went did?
Everyone did really good, I thought, coming out with all golds from the other team, the Best Informed Green Hand team getting 2nd, the Floriculture team getting 8th, and the Nursery Landscape team getting 6th was a huge accomplishment, especially since they spent so much time through the summer months preparing.
How was Louisville?
It was great. We went to the Louisville Slugger Museum and I'm a fan of that because I play softball.
It was really like a smaller, big city, so it was really cool to be able to walk around.
Town.
Yeah.
Right.
We stopped at a McDonald's and my dad, Winnie, actually made friends with a homeless guy, so that was pretty cool to watch.
The car ride was probably a majority of our trip. I mean, we were singing in the car, we sang Pitch Perfect, and we all knew the parts, so we traded off and did the acapella, so that was really fun.
Do you have a story about the trip?
Well, I could tell you, but it's pretty inappropriate, so I shouldn't say that.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Most of these kids are involved in presentations in their different career development events. Those skills that they're gaining right now are going to help those kids for the future. So that's probably the biggest highlight for me. In the future, they will realize how very important those skills that they gain from participating in these contests are.
We would just like to thank Winnie and Cena for all the time they spent to help prepare our teams. They each coached 2 teams. They spent their summer months and many weekends and long nights and had to take time away from their family. And there's no way we'd be able to attend National Convention or be as successful as we are without them. So thank you, Winnie and Cena, from all the 4 teams that attended National Convention and everyone involved in FFA.
Thanks, Nate. This week in Laker News, there's a mandatory wrestling meeting today in Mr. Granwood's room at 3:15 p.m. There will be a captain's practice following. High school picture retakes will be tomorrow. Make sure to bring your picture packet back to exchange for retakes. On Veterans Day, there will be a mini assembly at the Winston Elementary School at 8:30. Families have been given an invitation to extend to past and present military members. Also on Veterans Day, there will be an assembly held at the high school where various activities will take place. Also taking place at the elementary schools, Donuts for Dad and Muffins for Mom will be held in Winstead on November 18th and in Waverly on November 20th from 7:30 to 9:45 a.m. Next Monday, KLKR is hosting an open house. If you're a student interested in becoming a member for the winter season, you will have an opportunity to join us on the 17th and shadow our crew. Plan to meet Mr. Smith's room immediately after school. Our spotlight business is Millerbernd, based out of Winstead, Minnesota. Shelby had an opportunity to speak with the president to find out what Millerbernd's all about.
We are here in Winstead, Minnesota with the president, Brad Millerbernd of Millerbernd Systems. Thank you for giving us your time to be here today.
Well, you're very welcome. I'm glad to take the time to spend with you on this interview.
All right. What type of business is Millerbernd Systems?
Millerbernd Systems is a manufacturing company split into several divisions. Millerbernd Process Systems provides equipment to the food and dairy industry. Millerbernd Lighting provides industrial lighting and commercial lighting fixtures. And Millerbernd Laser provides OEM contract manufacturing services, including laser cutting, welding, and machining.
When and how did you get your start with this business?
Well, as a family business, I grew up in this business, working in the shop, doing odd jobs around the shop, sweeping floors and those types of things until I graduated from high school. After completing a degree in business administration, I explored other business opportunities, and in 1993 came back to the family business and worked as a sales representative and design estimator and drafter. Over a few years, I took on the role of general manager and then became president in 1998 and have been here ever since.
How long has this been a company?
Millerbernd has been incorporated in Winsted since 1933.
Oh. What has changed since the company has begun?
Millerbernd started as a local repair shop and welding shop for the local agricultural community, repaired things like tractors and trailers and things of that nature, and has evolved into a first-class manufacturing facility for worldwide distribution of food manufacturing products and lighting.
What type of soft and hard skills do you need to be hired with your company?
We employ a wide array of skill sets, everything from welding to machining, trade-based jobs, to engineering, design, drafting, marketing, accounting. We have an electrical engineering staff, so we cover a wide array of skill sets. The main thing is a desire to work hard and a knowledge of the craft that you are going to bring to the company.
What opportunities are there for high school graduates, 2-year degrees and 4-year degrees?
We offer an array of on-the-job training programs for high school graduates, laser cutting operators and metal finishers. We also encourage high school graduates to look at the opportunities to go to an accelerated welding program that's held in Winston in conjunction with Dunwoody College. From a collegiate graduate standpoint, we offer engineering programs at 4-year degree. Electrical engineer can become a controls designer and do the automation systems for our cheese processing equipment. There's 2-year design degrees that will allow you to operate AutoCAD systems and SolidWorks systems and aid in the design and manufacture of our products.
All right. What do you believe the job market forecast is for your industry?
The market forecast for recent graduates and people entering the industry is very, very good. There's been a decline over the last 20, 25 years of people graduating from high school and going into a trade-based program. Many people were encouraged to go directly into college and not look at any of the trades. And so there is an extreme shortage of welders, machinists, qualified CNC operators. And that demand is going to be strong not only within our own company, but in the general area.
What do you feel are the benefits of staying and working at a local business?
If you grew up in the area that the business is located in, there's definitely an advantage to staying in an area that you're familiar with and that you enjoy, and you know the lakes that you like to fish and you like the places you like to hang out. It saves you a commute into the metro area, and it saves you relocating if you don't want to make that commute.
I appreciate you giving us your time today, Brad.
Well, thank you very much for coming and giving me this opportunity to explain our company and some of the educational requirements and opportunities that are here. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Thanks, you too.
Thanks, Shelby. On Thursday, the FFA held their annual Corn Drive, and Zach was there to cover it.
This year's Corn Drive had many participants doing a variety of roles. Freshmen asked businesses for donations, while sophomores and upperclassmen went out requesting corn and cash donations from farms. All right, for those who don't know, what is the Corn Drive, and it's a fundraiser for what?
That's a good question, Zach. You know, we've been, in Minnesota, we've been doing corn drives for Camp Courage since 1953. It started in a chapter called Truman, Minnesota. It's no longer the Truman FFA chapter. I believe it's the United South Central chapter down there. But they started the corn drives in 1953. They had a handicapped individual in their chapter, and the chapter members wanted to send him to camp that summer. So as a result, they had a big storm down there during the summer months or in the fall of the year. and a lot of the corn got knocked down. They contacted farmers, went to their fields, and actually picked the cobs off the ground. It's a little bit different than what we do right now. I mean, we're just getting donations of shell corn from a lot of farmers. But then they, in turn, took those cobs of corn, shelled them out, and then obviously sold them to Elevator for cash. And were able to send that member of their chapter to camp that summer. For those of you that don't know, our motto, learning to do, doing to learn, earning to live, and living to serve. This is the big living to serve, one of the big living to serve components that we accomplish throughout the year and give back to those that are less fortunate than us.
Can you compare and contrast this year's corn drive with those of the past?
It's a good question, Zach. You know, I don't think it's going to be the best corn drive that we've ever had, but it's going to rank right up there. We have such great farmers and great people in our community that donate to this worthy cause, and you know, we'd just like to thank everybody that donated to this great cause for Camp Courage.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Zach.
Everybody on three, wave to KLKR. 1, 2, 3. To the danger zone. Highway to the danger zone.
Thanks, Zach. That does it for this edition of Laker Nation. If you have any questions or show ideas, please contact us at our email, klkr@hlwwschools.org, and head over to our Facebook and YouTube channel and give us a like. See you next week.